Good morning. It's a great day to be part of the Dirt Life, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about surviving the off-season. So we're a company that just does lawn care. We don't do snow, we don't do fall cleanups. We tried Christmas lights last year, kind of hated it, and we're not doing those again this year. And we tried those just as an experiment project, but what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video is what we do to ensure that cash flow doesn't stop during the winter months, even though we are technically not doing any lawn care. For those of you that don't know us, hi, my name is James. I'm one of the owners of Dawgs Lawn Care here in Canada. We have about 7,800 customers for fertilizer and weed control, and we are in 4 cities, so Calgary, Edmonton, Red Deer, and Saskatoon. We make these videos, 1, because we have a lot of fun doing it, and 2, we are always looking for good people to join our team. And I find that YouTube's a really good way to reach out to people and have really great people reach out to us and meet people, open doors that we would have never been able to open originally. So if you are ever interested in opening up a Dawgs branch in your city, we follow a corporate Chick-fil-A structure. I'd love to hear from you. I'll put my email in the description below, but now let's get on to the video. So what we do here at the company is a very traditional thing. It's called a Prepay and Save campaign. So essentially what it is, we encourage a bunch of our existing customers, usually about 20-ish% or so, to prepay now for next year's services. And to get them to do that, we offer them a discount if they prepay. And we also offer them, if they prepay, we'll put their name into some sort of a fun contest. So let's break down both of those here. So this is a little bit different than the typical, if someone prepays with you, they save. So in the middle of the season, like in May, June, July, during those like lawn care tsunamis, I don't recommend you do much of a prepay discount. Sure, do something to encourage people to prepay, because if a client prepays with you, they are way less likely to cancel than if they're on pay-as-you-go. So during the on-season, we'll do something like 3-ish%. It doesn't turn anybody's crank. During the actual prepay and save campaign, though, that we do every October, we're talking anywhere kind of between 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10% to prepay. So it's still not a world of a difference, but it is something. And it's enough for, it's like 10% is enough to say, well, I was going to do them anyway. I was going to use them anyways. So sure, I might as well just prepay now. And then my name will go into that draw. So we do contests here. We've done many things over the years. We've done an all-inclusive trip to Mexico is the raffle that we pull for everyone that prepays. And we've done 2 airline tickets to anywhere in North America. Last year we did a full vacation package to the Nordic Spa, and which is like this really nice spa in the mountains, an hour away from us. All these things there too. So we have fun with it, and send out. Essentially, you want to make sure that you are really highlighting that this is the prepay and save campaign, and you have to implement scarcity. So you have to show that you're only doing it for X amount of slots, and stay true to those slots, by the way, so that people understand the odds of them winning the vacation. So they save some money if they prepay, and they get their name to a draw for example, 2 round-trip tickets to anywhere in North America. This, for us, is very effective, and it helps get enough cash in the door to help survive the expenditures that we need to start off the next season. We have a big season coming up, guys. We're buying 7 more Isuzus. We had 6 this year. We're getting 7 more because we're switching all of our. We've grown a lot, especially in Edmonton, so we're getting Isuzus there, and we are switching all of our pickup trucks to Isuzus, especially for Red Deer, and except to Saskatoon. Saskatoon will probably still rock the pickup trucks next year. 7 of those trucks, even though they're a lease, cost a lot of money because those trucks are a pretty penny each. So we need some cash to do that. Even though we don't make money in the off season, you still got to pay rent on your place. You still have to pay your utilities. You still have to pay your key employees. Your Wi-Fi doesn't stop. All these overhead things that kill you if you're a seasonal business continue on. So you have to make sure that you minimize those expenditures before the off season. Make sure you're not paying for any extra phone lines. Make sure that you're not paying for any extra users or seats on the softwares and CRMs that you're using. Definitely spend a half day or day going through all of your subscriptions on your P&L and ask yourself, can I get this down? Can I get this down before the off season happens? And then launch your prepay and save campaign. So we've done a little bit of everything for this. We've done physical letters to people, followed by calls and texts. We've done strictly just digital, so just emails and follow-up sequences, calls and texts. It doesn't really matter how you do it, but I have 2 things to say. One is, do not overdo it. Back in 2021 going to 2022, we took this way too far, and we were giving people 15 touch points. That's a combination of emails and calls for the most part back then. And people were getting pissed off. It's like we were trying to sell ice cream to Eskimos in the winter. They did not like it. Some people, and the people were literally saying, guys, I was very happy with the services. I was going to go ahead with you next year. I just didn't want to prepay. And you guys nagged me to the point that I don't even want to go with you anymore. So lesson learned, do not overdo it. Keep it to 1 or 2 calls at most, 1 or 2 emails at most, and maybe a text message. This year, we're going to go a little bit old school. We're going to go back to the physical letter. And there's a few reasons why we're doing that. One is, all the big companies still do it. So Costco, they send their renewal letters as a printed letter. When you're with a credit card, my credit card renewals come to me as a physical letter. My mortgage with Scotiabank still comes to me in a physical letter. And there's a few reasons for that, I think, but I know that they're set in their ways. They have a lot of, it's very expensive to switch things up, and these are kind of, a mortgage is a pretty secure document. It's not like an annual lawn care package. It needs to be pretty well structured. But I personally think the number one reason why they do it is because when people get that letter, it's hard for them just to hit reply and say, no, I don't want services next year. They have to literally pick up the phone and call in. And that little bit of friction is enough, I think, to stop a lot of people from doing it. Now, I don't know if that's just my theory, and trust me, I actually don't want to do the physical letters. The team wants to do the physical letters, so I was a little bit outnumbered. So we're going to give it a shot this year. We're going to see what happens. But also, we need to be we need to disclose fully what is in that person's program that they have. Because we're at the point where we have 3 packages, the Pomeranian, the St. Bernard, and the Golden Retriever. But so many people, left, right, and center, have gotten different add-ons. That guy is Super Juice. That guy is Sea Kelp. That guy is Slit Seeding. And I can't just send the 3 packages to everybody because it would be neglecting the current upsells that they have, which I also want to renew. So because everybody needs their own separate quote-unquote PDF, we know the way to do that with paper with our software. We haven't really figured out how to do it where we get just a whole bunch of these custom PDFs, and now we're going to essentially text them a PDF or email them a PDF. We haven't really cracked that yet. I know Weedman does it that way. They have a very sophisticated system. They also do $600 million a year, so they can do that. But I think we're going to try out the old school letters. My biggest fear is that people don't open them. So we're going to make it a very beautiful envelope, not even just a letter, a beautiful envelope so that it looks a little bit different. We'll put the words renewal on it. It's going to be green, it's going to be orange. It's going to stand out from the typical junk mail because I don't want to be associated with junk mail at the end of the day. And then in the letter, we're going to put in a letter from myself and Liam going over a season recap. People love the updates. We did some newsletters last year and people really enjoyed them. We didn't really continue the newsletters because they had a lot of work, and sometimes we always are questioning what are we actually doing around here that's making a difference. But we are going to do a really big, nice summary of the year there too. People like to hear about us, especially I've been calling customers since late June, just checking to make sure they're happy with us. And we have customers that have been with us for 6, 7, 8 years at this point. So people are sticking around. They are here for the story and the journey. And we want to thank them for their business. Take this time to thank them. Offer them a prepay and save discount. And then if they pay, put them to a draw for something really fun. Something really fun that they actually have a decent odds of winning, it's not a lottery where it's 1 in a million. It's actually 1 in, whatever 20% of your client list is. So guys, prepay and save is what we do to stay alive. We do not do snow. And the reason we don't do snow, guys, when we first got going, this is our 11th year. When we got going, I think 3 or 4 years in, we got a mentor, paid a lot of money for someone we couldn't afford to teach us everything that he knew. And it was the best money we've ever spent. One of the pieces of advice that he gave me though is, hey, I noticed here that you do $250,000 a year in snow removal. Why? I said, oh, it's easy. The answer is because we don't have any work to do. We live in Canada. We literally do lawn care from May 1st until October 10th. There's nothing to do in the winter. He's like, yeah, you got to get rid of it. Get rid of it. That's the only revenue we have in the off months. And he explained to me that we are a lawn care company. We are not a snow removal company. Snow removal companies have different types of trucks. Snow removal companies have a lot of equipment. Snow removal companies have different type of employees that are okay doing these night shifts and stuff there too. You are a lawn care company. You should either be doing more lawn care or resting and sharpening your axe so that you can do more lawn care in the future. No ifs, ands, or buts. And at that time, guys, I think we were doing roughly $700,000 to $900,000 a year. So $250,000 was huge to us. It was like a third of our business at most a quarter. So it was a scary move, but the second we got rid of the snow, that was the year that we cracked over $1 million. We had way more lawn care programs that year because we were focused, we were rested, we weren't burnt out. The problem with doing snow, you do snow from November 1st to March 30th. By the time April rolls around, when you should be on fire, ready to go, pumped up, and you should have already been selling for a couple months, we were just exhausted. We had nothing left in the tank. We were rolling into work late, and we were walking like, oh my gosh. Let's sell some lawn care. And we ended up just playing ping pong upstairs for like half the day because we were just so done. So we don't do snow. We don't do those permanent lights anymore. Although it was a cool product, there's not a lot of money in that. We focus on just making a better lawn care season. So we're reviewing our marketing tactics. We are reviewing our sales process. We are reviewing everything. Customer service, operations. We are setting up the trucks, getting everything ready. And then we are resting for about a month and a half or 2 months. Usually November, December, we completely take off. And then in January, we attend conferences. By the way, we'll be speaking this year at a couple conferences. I'll let you guys know which one those are when I finalize them. But anyways, we are attending conferences. We are sharpening our axes so that we can get ready to slay it for the next season. And next year, guys, it's going to be a big year. We're going to shoot for between $5.5 and $6 million. And we did 3.5 this year. So that's going to be a really, really big jump for us. We got to be ready. We got to be prepared. We got to be rested, but got to have money in the bank to get through this off season. Guys, thank you for tuning into this video. I appreciate you waiting all the way to the end. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And until the next video, see you soon.